Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here at the workbench. I just wanted to do a close-up video on how I sharpen right off of a freshly ground edge. Now, if you notice, this is an old blade, and see the two different colors? It's laminated steel here. So this blade was flattened to some extent, but we're going to ignore that, and we're going to start straight from the ruler technique. So a dab of oil, ruler. The back has a burr right now from the grinder. We lay it right down there, and we go back and forth, taking that burr off and establishing a new flat. All right, you see that? Okay, up at the top here, there is a new flat section. And that's all we need. We don't need any more than that. I'm looking across it. It's an old blade. There might be a rust pit here and there. So I'm going to give it just a few more seconds. And you can hold it different ways. Some people like to hold it this way. And that'll do it. Okay, nice flat on the back. Now as far as sharpening the bevel, just a tad more oil. Heel. Bring up until you feel that bevel almost to the point where you can almost feel like you can let go. So it's like right there. Then you make a couple of passes. See what you have. All right. I'm getting just a little bit of shine here and here. There's a little bit of a hollow there. So that's pretty good. So heel to toe. Now you can do circular motions. You can do back and forth. You can do figure eights. Whatever you like to do. All right, the burr is back. Just going to knock that off again. Heel, toe, and I'm rocking my body back and forth. Try to avoid creating a concave. So we're almost there. From here over to about here, we've got shine, and then there's a couple of dull spots right in there. So that burr is back again, so we'll just pull it off. And when I say burr, it's also known as the wire edge. And there we go. We're all the way across now. All the way across. See that? See that shiny top edge up here? So at this point, we'll put the ruler back on, give it a couple more passes. And so now it kind of rolled the burr over to the front again. Heel to toe, just a couple passes. The wire edge is on the back again. This is called chasing the burr. And it's just the necessary task of sharpening. I'm going to do a little bit on one corner, Do a little bit on the other corner. And that blade is now sharp. I hope you can see it. Okay? That blade is now sharp to 1,000 grit. Now, if you want to take it to the next step, you can take it to a strop. And what I'll do is I have a freshly flattened wooden strop over here. We'll move you over here so you can see it. Okay, this is just a flat piece of maple, hard maple, and it's perfectly flat. And we'll take a little bit of the polishing compound, also known as rouge, and we'll wipe that on there. And once again, you're going to want to take the back down flat, completely flat, and just carefully rub it back and forth. Okay? And what that'll do is that'll polish the high spots. And then you'll know that the benefit of the ruler technique. You lay the ruler down, and you just go back and forth. Okay? And you're polishing that top edge up here, all the way up here. And when that's done, you go heel, toe, and this you want to do about 20 to 30 times. See that? That is polished. And like I had mentioned in some of the other videos, you can take it to whatever degree of polish you want. But for me, at this point, that is extremely, extremely sharp. What I'm doing here is I'm just lightly touching my fingernail to it. All right? Be very, very careful. I don't recommend you do anything, none of this shaving your hairs off or any of that stuff. But that's it. I want to encourage you to learn the steps. Go one at a time. Start by finding out if you're playing back, or actually it is the face of the plane, because that's where the name is. You want to learn how to establish that front flat edge. All right? Then from a freshly ground edge, you want to do the heel to toe. And then you do your circular motion, back and forth, whatever's comfortable for you. When you start getting that wire edge forming on the face side, then you have to go back to the ruler technique and wipe it off. That may roll it back up to the front. Then you have to go back, bevel down, and a couple of passes, knock that off. You saw how I did it. So find yourself a practice blade. This one goes to my antique number 7, which is going to get a bath here and get cleaned up and partially restored. But this is a laminated steel blade, and it's got the hard steel back here so that when you grind the bevel, the hard steel is right there up at the edge where you want it. That's about it. So I hope this helped. I hope you found it interesting, and I know you won't find it entertaining, but I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share, and head out to your workshop. Go sharpen some plane blades. That's your good friend Walter. out.